To be fair, I'm looking at my desk right now and it's a total disaster. Too many things in one small space. It reminds me of a woman named Elena. She is a teacher too, but her life was much more crowded than my messy desk. Elena was the kind of person who never said no. She didn't even know how to say it. Her house was always full of people, not because she loved parties, but because everyone felt they could just walk in. Her sister would drop off the kids without calling. Her neighbors would borrow her vacuum cleaner for days. Honestly, she was doing everything for everyone, like a servant in her own home. She was just dead tired. One Tuesday, Elena was trying to cook dinner after a very long day at school. Her son came into the kitchen. He didn't ask, "How are you, Mom?" He just dropped his dirty football shoes on the clean floor. The mud went everywhere. He said, "Mom, I need these washed by tomorrow. Also, can you make that special pasta tonight? My friends are coming over." Wait, I just realized I'm still wearing my mismatched slippers. One blue, one gray. I actually went to the grocery store like this today. How silly. Anyway, back to Elena, because what she did next was much more important than my slippers. I felt really angry when I heard about this. I mean, Elena was already holding a heavy pot and her back hurt. But at first, she just nodded. She said, "Okay, honey." But then something snapped. She felt like she couldn't even pick up a spoon. The weight of everyone's needs was just too heavy. So Elena did something strange. She didn't scream. She just let go of the spoon and sat down on the floor, right there in the middle of the kitchen, next to the dirty shoes. The floor was cold and the kitchen light was very bright, but she didn't care. She put her head in her hands and just breathed. For a second, it was like the whole world stopped moving. She could hear the clock on the wall. She wasn't angry anymore. She was just finished. She was done being the person who never says no. Her son was shocked. He asked, "What's wrong? Where's the pasta?" Elena looked up at him. Her eyes were tired, but very calm. She didn't use fancy words. She just said, "I am tired. I am not washing the shoes, and there is no pasta. You and your friends can eat cereal." Her voice was quiet, but it filled the whole room. In that moment, the kitchen felt different. It was the first time she had ever said no to the world. It was a very small word, but it felt as heavy as a mountain. Speaking of being tired, I have to tell you, I spent 40 minutes looking for my car keys this morning, only to find them in the fridge. Yes, the fridge. I think I'm losing my mind because I'm trying to be like Elena before she sat on the floor, trying to do everything for everyone. Anyway, seeing her sit on that floor makes me realize I'm not the only one who needs a break. Elena stayed on the floor for a long time. For the first time in years, the kitchen was quiet. The next day, her sister called. "Hey, I'm dropping the kids off at 5, her sister said. Elena took a deep breath. Her heart was beating very fast. She was scared of being mean, but she said, "No, I am staying in my room tonight. I am closing the door. Do not come over." You know, her sister was mad. She called Elena selfish. But Elena realized something important. Your life is like your own house. You need to close the door sometimes. If the door is always open, people will bring in their mud and their trash. You don't need a heavy metal suit to protect yourself. You just need a door that works. You need to be able to say, "This is my space, and you cannot come in right now." I mean, it sounds simple, right? But it's so hard for people like us. To be honest, even today, when my neighbor asked me to watch her dog, I almost said yes. I felt that old pressure in my chest. But then I remembered Elena on the kitchen floor. I looked at my messy desk and I said, "I'm sorry, I can't. I need to clean my own mess first." It felt weird, but also very good. I felt like I finally found the key to my own front door. Elena started to feel better after that. She still felt tired sometimes, but she started to spend time alone. She would sit in a chair and just look at the wall or read a book. She didn't have to cook for 10 people. She didn't have to wash shoes that weren't hers. Slowly, she felt like she could pick up the spoon again. She was learning how to live in a quiet room. Actually, I think we all have an Elena inside us. We want to be nice, but if you never close your door, you disappear. You become just a person who cleans up other people's problems. You lose your own space. Wait, I hear my cat knocking something over in the other room. Seriously, this house is a zoo. But you know what? I'm going to finish this recording for you, and then I'm going to sit here for 5 minutes and do absolutely nothing. I'm going to just sit in my quiet room. I'm going to go find that cat now. I hope this story made sense, even with all my complaining. I know my grammar wasn't perfect, but that's just how life is, right? Not like a textbook, but like a messy desk. Anyway, please take care of your house. Make sure your door has a lock and don't feel bad for using it. You are not a servant. You are a person who deserves a quiet room and a clean floor. I hope Elena's story helps you say no at least once this week. It's a small word, but it gives you back your life. If you like my channel, please subscribe and look forward to the next story. Bye.